Once that wall is down, then, and this is what I always thought was the magical thing, you have 300 people. Let's just say it's 300 people watching you. What makes you think that you are going to come up with the funniest thing to say at any particular moment? With all of these brains that are clicking around out there, there are a lot of people that are thinking different thoughts. And the more you give them the opportunity, and I'm not talking about heckling in a negative way, I'm talking about heckling in a positive way. If you've ever had something said to you from a member of the audience that gets a laugh, I mean, it's somewhat devastating because you got to come back and top that guy. But boy, oh boy, is it a cool thing to watch. Like one of the times, and not too often, do you get somebody this good. But this guy, I remember it was at the first stage we had, which had an overhang over me. So I could see the people on the balcony on the far side, but only a few could kind of lean over and see. It was where the restaurant was when we performed. And this guy on the other side, probably somewhere around the center, he yells out at a moment, there was a little lull, he goes, "Hey, I just saw you on TV." And you could hear this kind of through the crowd, this, "Oh, he was on TV." And you could see me going, he must have seen that PM magazine shot I did about a couple of months ago. You know, you could see that look of, I'm somebody come into my face. And as soon as it did, and his timing was perfect, he goes, "And I turned it off." Boom! Boom! The laughter just killed. And I went, oh man, what am I going to do now? And I don't remember what I said, but it got a laugh, and it was just one of the better lines that was ever delivered to me. You know, "I just saw you on TV, and I turned it off." Ooh.
But you win points.
You do.
To the audience.
You do.
You win points
You do.
when you suffer through that.
When you take it, you got to know you don't want to fight that back. You want to play whatever cards you're dealt. And I mean, I've told the story recently. I don't know to who, but about the old man who I was just berating him mercilessly because of his age, and I'm saying this might be the last show you ever see. I'm just picking on him, right? And he's just so old, and I'm just picking on him, and he's coming back with quips and things, but he ends up at the end when I do the poem, "I am the butterfly man, I thank you for your kindness." Oh, pulls out a handkerchief. "That was so beautiful," and dabbing his eyes. And the audience is howling, and I'm just like, "Ooh, you got me, and I got no more show to do." And that's the one moment of vulnerability, and now I'm going to pass the hat. Okay, you win. And he was good. Had another kid, I remember I was messing with the kid, and the rose, I would hand him the rose, and then I'd pull the top off, and he's sitting there with his stem. The kid just doesn't blink an eye, turns right around, walks over to where his parents were, and on the way passes by a garbage can and just goes, chunk, throws the stem in there. Kid gets you. I go, ooh. So yeah, you take those moments and you cherish them. They're painful, because they win, you don't, but you get the credit for it in the long run because they remember your show and that moment And I obviously still remember too. So I got a lot of pleasure out of people taking me out.